Hey, what's up guys? In this episode, I'm going to cover the different types of tuning options that are available. But first, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon page. If you're not familiar with what a tune or tuning is, then check out the previous episode explaining tunes. Be aware that I'm just covering the most common ways to get tuned. If I've missed any, please let me know in the comments. So, you ready to get a tune? What do you get? There are so many different options. Which one is best? Let's go over each option and then you can decide for yourself. Sometimes you'll hear the term chip or I'm chipped when referring to tuning. Chips are the oldest form of tuning, and back in the day, tuning companies literally sold you some type of ROM chip that would replace the chip in your computer. Some of them plugged into a socket and some of them had to actually be soldered in. This is quite antiquated since there are so many aftermarket EFI and standalone engine management systems that replace old factory computers for those older cars. And newer cars use more advanced computers that can be accessed via a laptop. But the term chip is still used today and can refer to many different things. The common one is the eBay performance chip. Stay away from these. Most are garbage and don't do anything at all. And I don't mean no results. I mean literally don't do anything. There are some eBay solutions that do actually do something, but how they do it is by tricking the ECU in one way or another. For example, some of them go on the intake air temperature sensor to trick the ECU into thinking it has colder air than it actually does, so the ECU will potentially increase the timing. Different devices do different things, but in the end, they're just tricking the ECU, and that's a bad thing. There's the piggyback option, which does have many successful applications. A piggyback will connect to the factory ECU either before or after, and will either have a plug-and-play setup or will need to be spliced into the wiring harness. A piggyback that sits in front of the ECU will modify the inputs going into the ECU, so it changes the data that the computer sees. This again is just tricking the ECU, but generally in a much smarter way. The post-ECU piggybacks will modify the output from the ECU to accomplish different things, such as changing injector duration, ignition timing, boost control, and so on. In some cases, piggybacks are referred to as chips. There are also some OBD2 options that claim 40 horsepower and 40 torque just by plugging them in. Most, if not all of these, are scams. If anyone actually has proof of their own that these work, I'd be really interested to see it. If the site you're trying to buy your tune from also sells electric intake superchargers, please don't give them any of your money. Okay, let's move on to other options. The best way to tune a car is to change the actual tune itself, and this means reading and writing to the ECU or just replacing the factory ECU with a pre-tuned ECU. There are plenty of tuners that will have you ship your ECU to them. They will write a new tune to your ECU and then send it back. These are usually basic canned tunes, and we'll cover what a canned tune is in another episode. This is a viable option and sometimes the only option to get a tune depending on the platform. Be sure you do your own research and select a reputable company. Please note that you have to find a tuner that knows your specific platform. While it is possible, don't expect a Chevy tuner to know how to tune your BMW. You want to find a tuner with a good reputation and proven results in the community. In the same vein is to go to a tuner and have them install a tune for you. It can be a canned tune or a custom tune. You can drive to the tuner shop or the tuner can come to you. If you've ever heard of the term tuning event, that's what it refers to. The tuners will travel to the event location and spend the day tuning cars. Next up is installing the tune yourself. This is done using an OBD2 cable and a laptop or a handheld tuning device like the Diablo Sport Intune and Cobb Access port. These devices all connect to and use the OBD2 port to read and write the tune. It's common for handheld devices to come with canned tunes pre-installed on the device, so you can pick which tune you want to install. Usually they give you tune options for 91 octane and 93 octane. These devices are great for working with remote tuners. You'll hear the term email tune, which means a tuner will send you a tune file via email and you'll load it into the car using a handheld tuning device or a laptop. The handheld devices usually also let you make changes to the tune yourself using a very simple interface. You can change things like timing and fuel trims, add boost, and so on. But it's usually very limited and very coarse-grained. Then there are complete standalone engine management systems, or EMS. These are actually replacement computers. You may have heard of Haltech, Motec, or AEM offerings. There are plenty of others, but these are a few of the common ones. An EMS replaces your factory ECU and is designed to be fully programmable. Some of the problems tuning factory cars is that the ECUs are proprietary, encrypted, or just flat out limited in what can be done due to age or hardware constraints. An EMS is highly customizable and offers a ton of additional features. I won't cover the full scope of an EMS, but along with a full suite of software packages for setup and tuning, they also give you additional inputs to run different sensors or set up custom activations, which isn't possible with most factory ECUs. These options are great for custom car builds, full-on race cars, and cars with limited tuning availability. An EMS can certainly get you to your goal and increase your available pool of tuners, but it can be cost prohibitive and even technically prohibitive, meaning you'll need an expert to help you install and or set it up. So that's a basic rundown of the tuning options. In the next episode, I'll cover the different types of tunes, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, click the like button or leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.